Hey, buenos dias, chicos y chicas. Okay, we're starting vocabulary for Unit 3, and it's la casa. La casa means house. Once I get this pulled up here, we'll get this going. Present. So, the top of your paper, you can put la casa. And in the PowerPoint, I have mi casa es tu casa, which means my house is your house. Just need la casa at the top of it. Okay, so first of all, your word house. We just talked about it. La casa. La casa. Remember, if I go too fast on this, feel free to hit pause whenever you need to. Okay, for apartment. El apartamento. El apartamento. Notice there's an extra A here, okay? Otherwise, it'd be really close to a cognate. They have an A here and an O at the end. El apartamento. The owner, maybe you have the owner of the house, you rent your home or your apartment, would be el dueño, el dueño. And if you're a female, it would, or if your owner is a female, it's la dueña, la dueña. Neighbor, el vecino, if it's a guy, it's a female, la vecina. Just so you know, you can make them plural, los vecinos. If you only have female neighbors, las vecinas. If it's guys and girls together, the masculine takes over, los vecinos. Okay, let's start with the rooms of the house. The first one is the living room. The word we're going to be using is la sala. La sala. It almost looks like the word salad, so don't eat salad in the living room. Maybe that'll help you. Some other ones is la sala de estar and el salón, but we are using la sala. You do not need to write the other two down. For a dining room, el comedor, el comedor. For a kitchen, la cocina, la cocina. This is very similar to Italian. It's cucina in Italian. So if you go to one of the Italian restaurants like Carrabba's, they have la cocina where the kitchen is. If you go to Los Cabos in Independence by Main Event, they have theirs, la cocina. A bathroom. First one, el baño. El baño. Notice I have a tub here. Okay, so some countries, el baño is where you actually bathe, from the verb bañar, which means to bathe, okay? Other countries will not call it el baño. They will call it el lavabo, from the verb lavar, which is to wash. So what we do is we call this a half bath, okay, in our homes. If it just has a toilet and a sink, you can't bathe in there. But to bathe, you need a baño. Okay, that really depends on which country you are in. There are 19 Spanish-speaking countries. A lot of times when you're on the airplane, they're not called bathrooms on the airplanes. They're called lavatories from the verb lavar because you can only do your business and wash your hands. You cannot bathe in there. So lavabo is a half bath. Okay, several words for bedroom. First one is el dormitorio. El dormitorio. Think of a dorm room. Really, there's only room for a bed in there and a desk. El dormitorio. And the other two rooms, la alcoba, and el cuarto is just the generic word for room. Okay, so you could say that's mi cuarto. It's my room, even though you're talking about your alcoba. Okay, so el cuarto is a generic word for room. And you've seen the word cuarto before. You use that when you're telling time. Son las 2:15. It's 2 and a quarter. So cuarto means two things, quarter, and it means room. So here's your room, the word for room, el cuarto, we just went over. A library. Some houses may have a library. La biblioteca. La biblioteca. Hay una biblioteca en nuestra escuela. Maybe you guys have an office and you call it a study. El estudio. El estudio, which is very similar to the verb estudiar, to study. El estudio. In our house, we call it an office. All it is a bedroom that now has a desk and a computer. So now it's called the office. La oficina. La oficina. Notice there's only one F. You do not have two Fs in Spanish. La oficina. A game room. El cuarto de partidos, which really means the room of games. El cuarto de partidos. A game is an el partido. Hallway. El pasillo. Remember, your two L's make a Y. El pasillo. Laundry room. El lavadero. El lavadero. A lot of homes in Spanish-speaking countries do not have a laundry room. A lot of times where I lived in Spain, it was a washing machine was one of the small ones, about the size of a dishwasher, and is in the kitchen. And then they took their clothes outside to dry. Okay, so a lot of places do not have laundry rooms. El lavadero. A basement. The basement is el sótano. El sótano. One way you go so low to the sótano. So low, sótano. Parts of the house. To say the floor, el piso. El piso. First floor, el primer piso. And second floor, el segundo piso. El primer piso, el segundo piso. Okay, some countries, they don't count this first floor as the first floor. They count it the ground floor, then they go to the first floor and they start counting up. So it depends on which country you're in. Sometimes the bottom floor is called the ground floor. The word for ground floor is la planta baja. La planta baja. One way, you put plants in the ground. La planta baja. Maybe that will help you remember it. A window. We had this in our classroom items. La ventana. La ventana. You should already know that. A door. You should already know as well. La puerta. La puerta. A closet. You have in your notes as well. El armario. El armario. We did that with the classroom list. Stairway. La escalera. La escalera. It kind of looks like escalator, but escalator is la escalera automática. But la escalera. They call them automatic stairs. An elevator. Maybe you have an elevator in your home. El ascensor. El ascensor. Or you can call it el elevador. El elevador. Either word is fine, whichever one you want to use. This one's usually easier for you to remember. Okay, outside of the house, here we go. A pool. La piscina. La piscina. I use this example. Helps people remember it. For example, I have a pool in my backyard, and I have one rule. It's not no running. It's not no diving. It's don't pee in my pool. No piscina in my pool. Maybe it'll help you remember. Maybe you're going, I don't get it. That's okay. La piscina. A patio. It's a cognate. El patio. El patio. A garden or a yard. El jardín. El jardín. Okay, now there's an accent mark on this I. El jardín. A terrace. La terraza. La terraza. You got your two R's there? La terraza. Oh, sorry, that went back too fast. Back, escape. I don't know. Do I have it back? There we go. La terraza. A garage. El garaje. El garaje. It kind of sounds like you have a hairball in your mouth. El garaje. And the verbs you need to know for this lesson. Bajar is to go downstairs. Bajar. The opposite of going downstairs is subir, to go upstairs. Subir. Entrar. It looks like it in English. To enter. It's a regular AR verb, same as bajar. So it has the O, as, a, almost ice on. Ayudar. To help. To help. And se vende means for sale. For sale. Okay, make sure you have these notes done. You're going to turn them in to me for points next time I see you. Adios.